Hello, it is I, back from the death of holiday consumption, the Grey Knight. I had a good one. I hope you had a good holiday as well. Guys, slowly but surely we're getting back into everything, as you can see on the channels and whatnot. Waylaid a little bit by the holidays, but ready to keep on chugging along. Are you ready? Yes. I think you might just be, and boy and howdy am I as well. Guys, there's a patron show tonight. I have been neglecting these for a while as I tried to get everything else up and running, and for that I am sorry, but I am feeling confident and ready to get these going again. They are only for my current monthly patrons. You do get access for just $1, and of course I want to invite you all to come and bring something to read, especially if it's something that's a little bit odd, a little bit thematic, a little bit difficult, or a little bit weird. You guys support me no matter what, and for that, I can't help but thank you enough. Please, please send something in, even if you're not going to make it yourself. I would love to have a big bouquet of things to read, especially since eventually we always do run out. I know it's been slow going getting here. Trust me, I feel it as well. I was expecting, honest to goodness, from the bottom of my heart, to just like hit the ground running as soon as Avengers Part 3 came out, and then of course that didn't happen at all, and I've just been trying to trudge along and trudge along. Now the good news about what's different this time, and where I am in my life compared to other times in the Grey Knight, I just have a lot of ability and energy. I just do. For instance, this is being recorded, maybe you can tell, right after I woke up, and the ability to just kind of slug out of bed, especially when there's a blizzard on, and to just get in and start recording. That's amazing. And it wasn't no thing. So, while this is supposed to be an advertisement, please, 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 I'm asking you to listen to the person and not the artist. This has been such a rigmarole of a December. And it has been a weird start to this project. But that's exactly what I consider everything up until now, is just kind of beginning and figuring out what worked and what didn't for me, what worked and what didn't for you, and getting comfortable with it. But I'm starting to get really comfortable with it. And not to get too personal or anything, but in the last couple of months since I put the podcast up on Spotify, the most aggressive and weirdest things have happened. You know, fans legitimately, I feel like, trying to press buttons, like people who have come in and listened to hundreds of episodes, 100 episodes of the podcast, hundreds of hours of the podcast, and what have you, and then, you know, started tiptoeing in and legitimately saying things that they know I didn't like, and saying that they were saying that for that reason. And if you've been following the project for a while, it's gone through a couple of dark periods because of, I don't know how else to put this, craziness on the internet, people being jerks and insane and assholes on the internet. And whenever something like that happened, I don't know how else to say it besides I felt like I deserved it. Like, I would say that in my head, and I couldn't really fight it because it was me saying it. But lately, all the stuff that's been happening to me, it just gets me frustrated, and it just encourages me to keep going back to the things that I know work, and getting that up and getting that out. It's still been such a drag finding a place. That's the only thing I haven't been able to do, and that's the only reason why I'm not cranking out even more work. But even with that, I've made my peace and tried to figure out a way to move forward with it, and, you know, keep saving up money, and when the opportunity arises for a place that I really like, and to keep getting healthier and moving forward. So I I don't know what else that is, besides if somebody else said that to me, I would say that sounds like you're ready. And so that's the conversation I've been having with myself, because a really bad car crash and having to ask for help and getting everything started up again, and the holidays and just all this rough stuff that happened with Tumblr as well, I don't know how else to put it besides I feel ready. The hits kept on coming, hits you can't expect or hits you can't foresee, and I just felt like I could handle it. I could handle it all, and I feel like I have been. So, a part of me has always held back and been incredibly shy, and that may remain for a while. But I'm not as reserved. I'm just not as scared. I understand the bad things that are going to happen as I continue to pursue and grow this, and I guess I don't care as much, or I'm not as sensitive, or a combination of them. This has been such an interesting year, and I am trying to take the mindset of it has taught me to appreciate what's come next. What's about to come next, I should say. So, boy, that was very philosophical, and that was a whole lot there, and it was all just trying to ring you guys in, and to encourage you to give me a little bit of money and support me. But I don't know how to do that goddamn fake thing anymore. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how the other YouTubers do it. I don't know how you become one person for the person in front of the camera, another person behind, and then also play different parts in the playing different parts inside the things that I write. That's enough acting for me. And I would rather be here and awkward and uncomfortable and authentic than anything else. You're definitely not going to see all of me. I'm definitely going to, hold back on some of the frustration and anger and parts about me that I don't like. But you will be getting the parts of me that I am. You will be getting the real parts of me as I do stuff like this going forward as well. So, roundabout long way. Thank you to everybody who's been a patron. You should definitely think about becoming a patron in the future for just $1 a month if you can afford it. When you can afford it, if you can't. It really means a lot to me, and of course it tells people that you like that content. Yeah, you should definitely subscribe to me on the podcast. You should definitely come out to the live shows, and you should definitely keep on listening. And all the rest of those things. I don't say those things very much, and I'm not going to start saying them all the time, but you should do it. I'm asking you to. It would mean a lot to me if you would listen, if you would share it with friends, if you'd throw in some coin when you have it. I hope, I feel, I knock on wood, that I'm going to be able to keep expanding and moving this project in exciting directions, and knocking out more and better work for you guys all the time. That, to me, right now, the most exciting aspect is gearing up physically, physiologically, that is, at this point, not like getting in better health, but simply getting in better shape. Like, just not getting in such shape that the internet can only comment on how not in shape I am when I start putting myself out there. But as you can hear, probably from my voice there, that's a win. When I start putting myself out there, not if. I feel pretty ready. I feel pretty crazy. We need to start kicking this stuff up. We need to start getting ready to go. And I know that means that I have to really start, producing that content all the time that you guys want, that you guys are ready for, that I can make and that you want from me. And boy, I'm feeling more ready than I ever have. Do I wish I took an extra week off for the holidays? Yeah, I sure do. But on the other hand, getting all those messages over the holidays, all the messages of support before because the blog might have gone down, everything that I got from you guys, it really, truly, truly means a lot. It's the best part of it. And I hope that you will find a way to share a little bit of that with me. If you're too shy to come, if you're too shy to say anything, boy, howdy do I get it. But I would also like you to consider how shy I was at the start of this, and how it is you guys who coaxed me out of my shell and kept encouraging this. The only reason that there's a guy or a boyfriend experience on YouTube, the only reason like there's erotic audio on the internet, on the podcast, the only reason why I keep trying to write longer erotic stories instead of the shorter ones, and the only reason why I am really truly trying to figure out how to cobble together a live podcast that is worthy of a live audience paying live ticket prices is because of you guys. Really and truly, because you asked for it, because you wanted it, because you said so. So there's no better way to say so than throwing $1 in my jar, coming out, saying hello, especially if you're shy, especially if you've never done it before, leaving that little DM, leaving that little note, showing up once even if you never do it again. It means a lot. It really does. It's the best part of it. So, in short, patron shows are kicking back off. They're going to be once a month. We're going to be doing live shows and that sort of thing. You'll be able to find out the scheduling and what have you of those shows at GreyKnightErotica.com on the live show button. I am so looking forward to, and I'm feeling so ready to just start knocking this out, man. I can do some parts of this project with great regularity and great alacrity, and this is starting to feel like the next stage in it. If I can knock out the recording while not having a lot of recording hours to myself, and not having a lot of recording time to myself, once I get the place, it's going to be insane. And I kind of feel like the exact same thing is going to happen once it's time to start physically showing off a little bit. I don't know how to say this besides, once I start putting myself out there physically, I imagine that that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun meeting you guys and eating your food and hugging you and doing physical bits that you can actually see my hands on. I do a lot of physical bits now. You just can't see my hands. I think you'll really like it. I think some of you will like it more than anything else and will feel even more, get a little nervous, connected to me. And I feel ready for that adventure. It's scary. You can hear the fear in my voice. But I'm ready for it, whatever comes. And that is just an exciting and great place to be. Thank you for taking it slow and steady with me. Thank you for letting me get my health back up and restored to the point that I know that I can eat Christmas food and still survive, which I do Christmas pretty hard, ladies. So, yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Please consider coming. The live shows, they're a lot of fun. It's not just for pretend. Please consider coming out and becoming a patron. That means a lot. Commissions, of course, if you want your own private story, I am getting those down to less than 2 weeks every single time, knocking those out and getting those back to you. So if you do want a private piece for you and only you, I can get there. And then last but not least, I spent a lot of 2018 trying to learn how to sing. And it's not really there yet, and I'm not going to bust out a song, especially since I just woke up, as I said. But I have put in the hours, and I've got more hours to put in, and I'll be doing so. But just like everything else that you guys requested that I started to try and take off with, I'm trying. I'm doing it. It's getting there. The scene where I learn how to sing and it doesn't work, and then I learn how to sing and it does work, that montage, it hasn't happened yet. We're still in the middle of that montage. But once I'm ready, and once I'm ready to share it with you, you know that I will. It's fun. It's more fun than I thought it would be. Thank you for encouraging me. I'm sorry. I'm a perfectionist. That's definitely where I should stop because it feels like I'm teasing you. Guys, it's going to be so cool. And I'm going to sing. And you're going to see me physically. I'm so hot. Give me money. All right. So that's basically like the 10-second version of this audio, which I've done before. But hopefully, with how you hear my voice and the lack of edits going on in the background here, and oh man, just how everything is slowly coming to thump along. I'm ready. I'm ready for more, and I'm ready to prove it, and I'm ready to do that slowly. So let's get it up and let's get it going. Live shows are a go again. I can keep them going, and I can keep them running right along the podcast as well. And I know that you guys, well, I shouldn't say that, but I know that you guys appreciate what I do for you because you say those words a lot. Just know that the reverse is true. I appreciate what you do for me a lot. I appreciate who you are in my life a great deal. I was inspired to write this because I just saw somebody who talked about having to try really hard to stream and make a living at it for 3 years and how unsuccessful he felt. And here I am for the last 3 years not trying as hard as I could because I wanted to heal up and focus and get better instead of just being everywhere all at once. And you guys allowed that to happen because you're so good to me. You're so goddamn good to me. So thank you. Thank you for all of it. I am going to try and get more regular with these updates and what have you. And again, showing parts of me. It's been happening more and more steadily. It's going to keep happening more steadily. You can hear the blush in my cheeks because it's not my favorite part. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all of it. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend and rest of your week ahead of you.